If Mac Jones has lost the team, if he's lost the room, it's incumbent on Bill to not screw around with this and to make a change.
That's right. It wasn't the only thing lost on Sunday. He lost the game. Callahan said that he may have lost the locker room as well. One team source estimated that at least 80% of the Patriots locker room is not out on Jones. Excuse me. Another said the vast majority of players are done with him. Both said the lack of belief spreads to both sides of the ball. All right. So Andrew Callahan, tell us this: 80% out on Jones. So if 80% are out on him, why was he taking first team reps today?
It's a great question, but I think Felger hit it on the head. It's Bill. Anything goes with Bill. They are always aware of what they show to the media. So this might have been, I just want to save the headache of having a new guy out there. And then it's a talking point for a week. Like, throw him back out there, but we'll make this decision next week. And it's still my understanding that the Patriots have not made this definitive decision with their starting quarterback against the Giants. And this practice really isn't even about that Giants game. It's about fundamentals every single year, cleaning up mistakes from the prior game. They're off for 4 days. Nothing big was going to happen today, no matter who started practice under center.
Well, why not? Why not? Why was nothing big going to happen today?
Well, because, again, there's nothing to gain from them starting here. Like, this is a very brief practice. It's not entirely serious. Like, they're out there. They're largely going through the motions. This is a basic offense. If they're going to make the change to Bailey Zappi or Malik Cunningham, you're not installing any kind of game plan they need to be familiar with. The playbook is not changing. So not only that, but David Andrews, we showed a clip from her earlier. I had a conversation with him in the locker room casually a couple of years ago about, he was at one position on the offensive line, 2015 or 16, and he was playing another, though, to start practice. When the Patriots knew the media were going to be paying attention and reporting where David Andrews was. And as soon as the reporters left, he flipped to the position he was actually going to play on Sunday. So they do play these games. And whatever the starter is going to be on Sunday, I don't know if we would have seen him here today, regardless of even that they had a decision made.
All right, give us more on what you know about the temperature of the locker room as it relates to Mac Jones.
Yeah, so this has been a long time coming. And there are three numbers that say everything. 2 and 8, which we've all seen from the Patriots this season, but him being benched 3 times. And I reported shortly after that Saints loss when he got benched for the second time, as did Mike Giardi of the Boston Sports Journal. There were people at all levels of the organization that were just out, firmly out, done at the time. Because when you make the mistakes that he did, pick sixes to start against Dallas, then against the Saints, most recently in the Colts with the red zone pick, there's nothing anyone else on the team can do, even when you hold the Colts to 10 points, to get a win across the line. And so that affects morale from the top down to the point where you have people in and around the locker room as they enter this bye week going, where am I going to be next year? Because they hear the noise about Bill. They can sense where things are going from ownership. And so they're starting to look at themselves going, I better make plans too.
All right, so when you say 80% out on Mac Jones, is it out because of what you just said, the interceptions and some of the crazy stuff we've seen on the field? Or is there a personality thing? Is there players looking at him as if he's entitled or he's bratty or whatever it is? Is it personality or is it performance?
So after that Saints game, and I had a long story with my colleague Doug Kyte of the Herald, who did a lot of great reporting, and part of that was that the personality stuff from what he had heard, and I'd heard a little bit of this, was overblown. There are people who will use the word brat or bratty, but for the most part, Mac Jones works his ass off. He's focused on the right things. He's saying the right things to the media. So even if there's stuff about his personality you don't love as a teammate, he's largely checking the biggest boxes. So you don't care so much. But when you do care is when you're losing. And he is the primary reason for those losses against Dallas and the Saints. And again, the situation around him sucks. There's no quarterback in the league going, hey, I'd love to be in New England. I'm envious of the spot Mac is in. But he's made it worse. And so when you don't have anything on the field to support, what's happening off the field, and players are going, I'm not sure about this guy, then everyone's out, and that's pretty much where we are right now.
All right, Andrew, if it's not Mac Jones, who will it be, in your opinion? And who should it be? Who would you like to see? Is it the same guy, or would you like to see someone else other than you think who's going to get in there?
Yeah, first question, I have no idea. And it's partly Bill, like you just referenced in 2020 with Cam, who also got benched 3 times, but granted that was over an entire season. But here you have 3 options, right? There's Bailey Zappi, who's appreciably worse than Mac Jones, let's say this. Will Greer, who we haven't seen, but got caught in Carolina and Dallas, and then the Bengals practice squad. This is who I would go with. Malik Cunningham, okay? Because what do we know about the Patriots offense aside from their quarterback play sucks? It's that their offensive line largely has been terrible in pass protection. Their receiving core is the worst in the league. So what you need for that group is to buy some time. Who's a player that can function and run around and get extra time for the receivers to separate? It's him. It's Malik Cunningham, who runs a 4.5 and is a very smart player who won over a lot of teammates in the summer. At this point, you just say, if someone's going to make rookie mistakes, let's not have it be the third-year player and captain in Mac Jones. Have it be the rookie who at least has a plan B when he gets some pressure up
100%.
his face in the middle of the pocket.
100%. Felger, I'm with Callahan all the way on this. Look, you're 2-8. You're a boring team. You don't have a star. There's no reason for the fans to get excited about these games. More fans are excited about losing at this point than they are about watching the team. But you can accomplish both with Malik Cunningham. You can get some excitement, and you'll probably lose games. And Felger, I'll tell you this. I bet you nobody has called your show on 98.5 and said, you know who I want to see, Felger? A guy who hasn't played since 2019, Will Greer. I want to see Will Greer. And you've already seen Bailey Zappi. You've seen enough of Bailey Zappi. Give me Malik Cunningham. Bring back Malik.
Is Malik Cunningham even close, Andrew? Hasn't he been playing receiver on the practice squad?
Well, here's the thing. The offense he would be stepping into, if he took over for what we saw from Mac the last 3 weeks and watching the tape, this is like day one install stuff. There's nothing complicated that Malik Cunningham, who ran a pro-style offense at Louisville in college, would need to suddenly learn on the fly. Like, this is basic stuff that if he can throw a slant and a flat and a screen and an occasional bomb, that's it. And then hand the ball off and mix in the run game. He'd be okay.